So hi everybody, Craig Hanson here and welcome to my video. We're going to have a look at Jason Day and talk about a couple of things in his swing. And I was lucky enough a couple of weeks ago to teach one of my players, Nick Cullen, at the World Golf Championships, and I had the opportunity to walk 27 holes with Jason Day and his coach and caddy, Cole Swatton, and great people. And filmed a lot of stuff, a lot of pitches, full swings, and had the opportunity to talk to him about a lot of different things. And as I said, just fantastic, generous people. And also during the week I spoke a lot with Sean Foley and Peter Cowan, and it was one of those weeks where you get to ask a lot of questions and learn about all the things you want to learn about. So lucky enough to have had the opportunity, and who better to learn off and listen to than the best in the world. So anyway, let's have a look at his swing. Let's have this drive on the right side. It was I just took this one with my phone, but just in normal speed, he hit this about 346 yards or something, and into about a 18-meter landing, or an 18-meter landing area. And I mean, this guy just hits it that far and that high and that straight. It's unbelievable. Like he's got a lot stronger. He's got some great stuff in his swing. It reminds me, like, in and around this area here, it sort of gets a bit like Adam Scott for me. Like he just don't seem really hit a left. He's got like a neutral release, and he's got some awesome leg work. And let's have a look at a couple of things here. So I'll just pop a line in front of his legs. I mean, he sets it up on a beautiful plane. Keeps the clubs a little in front of him there. That's his sort of style. And with the left arms, it's definitely not a low swing, is it? The left arms probably is slightly higher than the original shaft plane. And then as he comes down, you'll see some. This is where I think it starts to look awesome. You see the right leg now, and the right foot pause, and the right leg get pulled back underneath. And this is the area that I like. Head turned on the side, and he's got that unbelievable type of wrist and hand motion. And it reminds me of Adam Scott, and it's got that same sort of neutral release pattern to it that you don't often see that much. It's like the forearms get squeezed together, and it's just with that type of release, you're just hardly ever hitting it left. You've got the dispersion of the club face going to the left. The club face is staying neutral, and it's that type of head work and footwork and release pattern. It gives us. You can sort of see the class in it. That gives that sort of repeatability. I mean, there's not obviously everything that can be learned, but you can learn a lot of individual patterns, and great champions like these guys here. I love that footwork. You can actually see the right leg as it gets now. You can see the right foot stop turning through. He uses the ground so well and grips it, and you can see the hip pause, and because it's a rotary motion, you'll now see the right leg get pulled in underneath him, which also adds to this effect. But still, the ability, this is where I think it's pretty amazing. If you get into impact here and get a shaft or a line up this, you get to see the control coming down, how from his impact plane, how it exits and stays on this path. It's just he hit a few shots that even the other guys we all looked at each other, because I don't think anybody actually ever seen anyone hit it that high and that hard and that far before. And it sure is interesting when you have a look. I'll just get this front view here. One of the things I found interesting with his swing is he doesn't have a massive compression line, but he can hit it. Obviously he can when he wants to, but just the height of his height of his iron shots. I like this part here, his swing. You see how his head sort of turns a little bit that way, and comes in, but there's not a massive amount of shaft lean on a lot of his shots, but he has the ability then not to roll the face over. A lot of the time when we try and get a bit of shaft lean, what it does is it sort of helps us, prevents the toe from rolling over the heel, but it probably doesn't matter that much with this guy. And you can see the extension and the line that he creates, like Hunter Mayan, or you can have a look at, I go back to probably Adam Scott, because they've got some similar characteristics in their swings. Now, to be able to create this position or this line here, you need quite a bit of flexibility and strength in your shoulders. But it's a very, very impressive sound on his shots, and like just shots like this, like it just hits them that pure and that crisp, and hits his divot about 40 meters. Once again, when you get down to the impact line and see how the club exits out, really, really impressive. And it's these long drives that really, it's just fascinating to be able to see somebody hit the ball that far and then hit it that straight every single time. But with that, yeah, he did speak about that right leg. It's something that he tries to work on because it buckles a little bit, and even the best players in the world have their tendencies. So. But the symmetry of the swing and the lines that it tends to hit all over the place, and the further you look into it, the more you see certain lines and things sort of match up. I love this. Great drivers often drive into this left leg and bring the shaft back to quite a neutral position and leave the tee in the ground. But great player, and was an absolute pleasure to see. One of the best hitting displays I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, check out the website. I'm teaching a lot of people all around the world online, and so check out CraigHansonGolf.com, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.